everybody, we are leaving Bangkok and flying to Singapore. Singapore is officially the Republic of Singapore, is an island, country and city-state. It has 4 official languages and about 6 million people, approximately. Our hotel was in a very good location in center of Singapore, you can say, not far from hop on hop off bus. In our first video we are going to talk just about highlights of Singapore and just will show what we think might be interesting for you, what you want to know about Singapore. Look at that building, tall building. Of course it is an optical illusion, but it seems like it is this building is very thin, like a piece of paper. We showed you the subway in Bangkok, in Tokyo. Let's look at it in Singapore. It is a subway.
We are in the Singapore train station, and here the rule is different. You have to use your credit card or debit card. You don't buy a ticket. You see no ticket machine. You just use your debit card when you get there, and your card when you get out.
All right. Use this one.
Okay.
Sure works.
I'm trying, it doesn't work.
Give you a different one. Give me that one back. Try this one.
Yes, it works.
By the way,
Everywhere
because you don't buy any tickets,
every
you
country
pay
has
with your
different rules.
debit or credit card, you have to keep in mind which card you use, because when you leave the subway you have to use the same card.
Now we have to figure out which side, and I'm not sure. So wait.
Expo. Stay here.
What can I say about the subway in Singapore? Just it is extremely clean, modern, and people obey rules. Speaking about the rules, we stayed in the hotels in many countries, in many cities in the world, but the sign like this we saw first time in Singapore in our hotel. All visitors must register at the reception before proceeding to the room after 7 p.m.
Here
It is just the rule.
in Singapore.
My impression of what we were going to find in Singapore before we arrived was that it would be a very modern, very beautiful city, extremely prosperous, very little crime or poverty, but heavily regimented, almost a dictatorship, and not very interesting or lively or culturally attractive. And I think that almost all of those things that we expected turned out to be true after we arrived. Let me first say that Singapore is spectacular. The buildings are beautiful. The streets are spotlessly clean. There is not really any poverty to be seen anywhere that we could find. And it is just an absolutely gorgeous, ultra-modern city. It's hard to think of any city anywhere in the world that looks more modern and more prosperous than Singapore. But we found it to be not particularly interesting, aside from some neighborhoods that are worth visiting, like the Indian neighborhood in Chinatown. They were interesting somewhat, but other than that, it seemed to be antiseptic throughout the whole city. Just really, once you get past the beauty of it and the spectacular buildings, there just isn't, it seems to us, that much to see. Now, having said that, the nighttime tour of Singapore is one that I think we'll always remember. But again, that one gets back to the beautiful buildings and the beautiful surroundings. So you get past that, and it's like it has the air of a benevolent dictatorship where everybody does exactly what they're supposed to all the time, and there are essentially no material problems whatsoever. That's the attitude, that's the impression that you get, but it somehow also seems strangely lacking. The Marina Sands Towers, which you see here, is this huge development in Singapore, which I think is supposed to be somewhat resembling a ship, at least on the top of it. But at any rate, it is a casino, a mall, a hotel, and I'm not sure what else is contained within these massive buildings. But it's a very beautiful and very prominent part of the Singapore skyline. We went to say that we had visited, although, it isn't that much different from many other mega luxurious buildings that you can find around the world, including whole bunches of them in places like Las Vegas. But it's an impressive structure, and it was worth seeing close up as being what it is, which is a very important part of the Singapore skyline.
We don't gamble, but we go to any casinos like in Las Vegas just to look around because it is beautiful, it is nice, and it is, by the way, the mall. But we wanted to go to the casino. Okay, let's see what happened.
There is a Marina Bay Sands Casino, Singapore. It is owned by Sands Casino in Las Vegas, right?
It is.
It is the entrance to the casino. We couldn't go to the casino because we need a passport, and we forgot our passport in the hotel. So, no gambling.
Why would that be?
For foreigners, you need to have the passport. You can't have a driver's license. There is another entry to the casino, but we can't go. And people are gambling, and we can't. We are going to the hotel and sky park. Let's see if we can get there.
Ben mentioned already that there is a hotel and sky park observation deck on 56 stories in this hotel. At first we wanted to go up, but then we realized that that day was very gloomy and foggy, and anyway, you can't see anything from the top. By the way, the ticket is about $25, but the building from inside looks impressive as well. Now let's look at the rest of this incredible city from Hop On Hop Off bus. Probably you noticed that there are not just tall modern buildings in Singapore, and it is true, there are different areas and they have different names like Chinatown and Indian Town. Our next video will be from Little India in Singapore. See you soon!